Here we go. You good?
So it's really important that, you know, people start coming out from the streets and coming out from their homes and really fighting for things that are important to them. That's the only way we're going to keep elected officials accountable. That's how we're going to say we want these policies changed. The people that have the power are the people on the streets, not just the people in, you know, City Hall or the county building. It's the people in the streets holding folks accountable.
Accountability means doing what you say, saying what you mean, acting on your beliefs, thinking the right thoughts and implementing them in our everyday life. We all need to work together to make this a better place. And there's a place for everyone in the movement for progressive social change, all ages. We need you to come out, I come out, my friends come out. Let's come out and let's make this a better world together.
¿Qué es acontabilidad? Acontabilidad de la comunidad significa que hay que tomar responsabilidad. Si nosotros queremos hacer algo con nuestra comunidad, tenemos que organizarnos, tenemos que hablar de lo que está pasando y después dejar a los políticos saber qué es lo que está pasando con nuestra comunidad. Antes que hagamos eso, tenemos que organizarnos, tenemos que hablar qué son los problemas en nuestra comunidad y después seguir adelante juntos y hacer un cambio.
Hey, my name is Maureen Darris. I'm the Director of Strategy and Planning with the Envisioning Westchester Collective, which is a network of organizations and activists who are holding each other accountable to building something bigger than ourselves, bigger than the silos we traditionally work in, whether it's racial justice, social justice, economic justice, prison reform, the labor movement, the immigration movement, police brutality movement, obviously to eradicate police brutality, not enforce it. The idea is that it's all connected. We shouldn't be doing organizing that asks people to choose the liberation of one group at the expense of another. We're asking for folks to contextualize their work in a county that we're all living in, that we're all sharing a budget for, that we're all sharing the transportation of, the social safety net of, and we want to be fighting for a movement that creates more opportunities, more solidarity, and more education about each other's experiences, because I'm not saying we're all the same. And I'm not saying that we're all going to be needing the same things out of a comprehensive agenda, but if we're not working together, it creates and feeds into a system that pits us against each other. So I'm asking organizations to be accountable to how their work frames what women need, and does that include all women? Does that include trans women? Does that include queer women? Does that include women of color? Does that include non-able-bodied women? Does that include young women? Does that include seniors? Does that include sex workers? Same thing goes for holding the elected officials accountable for whom we're targeting the policies. Because there's the stuff we can do at the grassroots about building the conversations and building relationships, but there's also the deep level of education we can do with our elected officials to make sure we're holding them accountable to who they're representing. Because if they're representing Ossining, that means they're representing undocumented immigrants. If they're representing Portchester, that means they're representing low-income communities. They're representing Yonkers. That means they're representing folks who need better public transportation, affordable, low-income, and public housing, and infrastructure that serves the people who live there, not built to bring new people in. So the accountability portion of this work is an inner portion and an outer portion. You can't do one without the other. You've got to practice what you preach and contextualize who you're representing and what it means to be representing that group and what that group's a part of. We're part of a county, we're also part of a state that has a lot of progressive momentum, political momentum, and we're creating a lot of the manifestations for what social justice could look like in the rest of the country. But it doesn't need to be big scale. It can happen city by city, town by town, as long as we're holding each other accountable.
All right. I have a question.
Okay.
The word accountability. How do we apply it to? How would you apply it to just, your experience and where you're at now?
That's an interesting question. I apply it. There's somebody here from the county. Could you raise your hand? Can you tell me what department you're in?
I do I supervise court control, PS contracts.
Okay.
So PS contracts, so my family's may have been in problems.
Exactly, right, okay. So, accountability. So I was gonna use DSS as an example because I communicate with them a lot and I advocate for my clients a lot. Because I don't think There are a number of things that I think. I think that more can be done financially. On the other piece, I think that we need to be more accountable how we spend money. I can't go out and get my hair and my nails done. Of course, now it doesn't matter. I go to a barber. If I can't feed my kid, like, there's really, nah, that's not quite gonna work. The priority is I need to feed my kid, I need to pay the rent, I need to pay the bills. We need to be accountable to ourselves first, because we can't be accountable to anybody else if we're not accountable for ourselves. So when I'm talking with a client, if they can't be accountable for the little budget that they get, then the worker we can't fault people for what's going on. People don't keep appointments, people don't have the money to get where they're going. There are a lot of things that play in there. But it starts with us. It starts with me looking in the mirror and saying, all right, I need to step up my game here. And sometimes that doesn't come at 18. Sometimes that comes at 28.
Okay.
But it has to come. I think that if we keep talking and we keep educating, people hear it. I talk until I'm gray. I've talked until I'm gray. Out of the 10 people in my house, maybe 1 or 2 get it. So I've done something to make somebody accountable and somebody to kind of look up and say, let me step up my game a little bit here.
Right.
Does that answer that?
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Do you have anything to share about accountability?
Well, I mean, beyond what I'm doing is I'm talking to a lot of people.
We fall, we fight, we rise, we ignite. We tell the whole world what they ain't doing right. We battle till the end, but it feels like it still won't change. We fall.
I'm Chingy. I'm the Director of Product Officer, CEO of Black Makers Entertainment, aka Empire. My shout goes to Lord Judas and the April, highly intelligent people, healing our planet. I believe we can both share great things in common. I believe the future belongs to those that believe in the beauty of their dreams. I believe a dropping of all water can become an ocean. I just want to become an issue maker and a war saker, just to lay a good foundation for the children and for the next generation to come. And my shout goes to the Lord Judas and the H.I.P once again, because I believe we can both share great things in common. All I need just is support, just to set up my recording and video studio. And I also believe there are a lot of places and there are well assured place location here in Lagos, Nigeria. We can set up our recording studio and video studio, and likewise in Ghana, Accra, Ghana. And I got a lot of homies around me where they are well talented, a great potential people where you can both share great things in common. I got good producers, engineers, DJs, and I believe by us starting from somewhere, we can both build a good foundation for the hip-hop industry worldwide, for the people worldwide to know what we're into, just for us to make a good name. And I believe if we want to live forever, we just have to make a good name, just for people to know us now to eternity. And I believe immediately I got the equipment just to set up my recording studio and the video studio. We're gonna start the project and put the productions immediately by recording some tracks, and after recording some tracks, we're gonna visit some radio stations, meeting some DJs and meeting some presenters in the radio station for the promotion and the publicity. And after the publicity, we're gonna try to shoot 1 or 2 videos while going to the feeder stations. So people will be looking at us and they will know what we're into. And I just believe we can both share great things in common. And I believe while doing this, we're gonna make a good profit. And my shout out goes to Lord Jesus and get on the H.I.P.O.P, highly intelligent people healing our planet. We are the empires here in West Side, West Coast, West Africa, Lagos, Nigeria. Yo, one love. Peace out.
Survive and unite. Why? Cause they ain't never gonna divide the pie. The hate won't allow them to realize that I am not an individual. We all connected to the spiritual. So realize the power that it could produce. It'll take you out the chain, set your mind loose. And we about to change the world. Need proof, highly intelligent, keeping it relevant. The strategies, the plans, the ideals of the ones that lay their lives down in the field. Sometimes you gotta lay the mic down and just chill and be still, so you can fill your mind up with something real. And that's real talk, cause you don't wanna spend your life in another man's thoughts, yo. Plant seeds so you can sow and share it all with your family so they can know love.
When you arrive, hold, hold, hold. When your fingers touch the sky, hold. When you arrive, hold, hold, hold. When your fingers touch the sky, hold. And your blessings will come through, won't they? And you'll get what you deserve when you want it.